is, and to talk about when y'all did the benchmarks on that. How many of 14 benchmarks that they ran did Cisco win? 7. How many did IBM win? 1. How many did HP win? 0. Anybody have any doubts that any time we've ever said we're in our market, that our odds on success aren't good? But it isn't about processor capability. It's about how do you do that with the network? How do you do it first in the data center and then all the way home? The ability to take these very complex topics and literally bring them to your desktop or your handheld device or whatever format you want, voice, data, or video. This chart looks very simple. This is how we run it today at Cisco. Any device to any content, very collaborative organization. And it's 14 different product areas. I don't need to tell you how many councils and boards had to work together to deliver this. But rather than me talking through it conceptually, I'm going to invite Jim Grubb up here. Jim, will you come up and join me and take what I've talked about? I know it's complex. I know it's moving really fast. But bring it to life for us. All right. You're already getting applause, so they know that you're doing well. Jim is our Chief Demonstration Officer, but he's moving to being the Chief Demonstration Officer. He and his colleagues challenge us all for how do we take what we're doing today, how do we change it for what we have to look like in the future. So share with me where we're going to go, and let's bring it to life with perhaps a retail customer, if that's okay.
Absolutely. So we're going to use a retail customer that we're calling Bestmark here.
Yes.
And we're actually going to show how we can operate in this new organizational structure that you've been talking about, how the technology and the business architecture come together.
Okay.
So John, if you join me over here, the first thing that we're going to take a look at is our new business social networking capability. We call it Cisco Quad. And this gives us a virtual place to assemble in these new dynamic teams that we're talking about.
So this literally you can have it either as a concept for each community or each virtual network matrix that you're doing.
That's right.
And then change depending on when you go to the next one, etc.
That's right.
Okay, got it?
Okay. So what we're taking a look at here is a profile page. So this is an individual's profile. If you're going to work virtually and dynamically, you need to be able to find the right people that can work on your project with you. So people are posting information around their expertise. This is Walter's blog. We see his contacts, his activities, people that are like him. And this gives us the ability then to find people, and we'll show you that in just a moment. I also want to show you the My View page. This is a page that I would log into on a daily basis to go to work.
So it's kind of like our Facebook except in business.
That's right.
So these are all of our communities of interest that we have.
That's
this is
right.
how we view ourselves, these are the things that are interesting to us.
Any of the people that I follow and stay in touch with, we can see their activities. I see my watch list for the different communities that I participate in.
So each community, whether it's your data center group, it's your corporate social responsibility group, it's your IBSG group you're working with, pushes information to you, you're able to keep each one of them going. This is a separate organization.
That's right. And the My View page brings all of those things for me very specifically. Now let's take a look at a community page. This is the Consumer Electronics Department. Now again, this can be skinned for your customers. So this is the Bestmark community space for the Consumer Electronics Department. Maybe I'm a program manager in the department, and we're looking at creating a new end cap because we heard that there's a new consumer telepresence technology that we're going to be wanting to sell at Bestmark.
Yes.
And so what I'm doing here is I'm looking at all of the recent announcements, the people in the community, the calendar for the community.
So this is almost like an entire organization structure, except it's moved further down the organization properly. And because the people are more familiar with the customers, how the store layouts are, they'll make better decisions than we would have at the top.
Yeah, and we can make decisions more quickly using the technology, and that's what we're going to show you here.
Now, are you saying that our senior management team doesn't make decisions quickly?
Not at all, John. But we have
really.
more diversity.
But it does speak to, as you move the organization decisions down, not only over time, if you give the individuals the same knowledge that the top leaders have, they make better decisions and quicker, but you make decisions maybe 10 or 20-fold more than you could have otherwise.
That's right. We're talking about speed and decision making here. So I'm going to watch this video here on the NCAP sign change. That's a project I've been working on. And let's go ahead and click on it to watch the video. Now, what I'm going to do, now this is only a 24-second video, so I could probably watch the whole video, but now using telepresence and WebEx, we can record meetings and we can post those to the community spaces. If I want to be able to find
So it brings
specific information.
7.24 to life, except we don't have to work 24.
That's right, that's right.
We can target what we want to see, when we want to see it by each community.
That's right. But I can even search into the video. Yesterday we saw Sean demonstrate the automatic tagging capability of Pulse and MediaNet.
Yes.
What I'm looking at here is an actual transcript of the video. So the MediaNet technology can transcribe the video, and then I can actually search through the video. So if I search, for example, on the word sign, this will now bring me into the video where the person in the video
So
said
it's
the
by
word
community.
sign.
You can either search in total across all your videos, you can search by community groups.
That's right.
Search the videos, or the database, if you will, within that community.
Exactly. Now let's go ahead and listen. He's talking about the sign.
Sign is probably going to add significant cost to this display, so I'd like a team decision so that we can move forward.
So the issue that we're working on here is that we're trying to make a decision on the sign and the end cap, whether to go with a printed sign or a back.
By end cap, it's when you come down the aisle, you look at
That's
what you
right.
want to see, a great place for your products. So we're trying to jointly say what would work together
That's right.
to get more sales for our retail
That's
customers.
right. That's right.
And handling more sales if that were our product, of our product.
Exactly. We want to be able to make that decision quickly.
Okay.
So let me show you a couple of the other capabilities. Now, our unified communications technology is tightly integrated in here. You say, oh, as a matter of fact, here's an instant message. This is the Jabber technology. And you can see that Richard Wilson is asking me if I looked at the video about the sign change.
Yes.
Now, we talked about borderless yesterday. Richard is outside of our company. He's a designer, works as a contractor.
All right.
But I can actually communicate with him well beyond chat. Because of the Cisco Intercompany Media Engine, I can establish a video call with him because we have the ability to do an IP call all the way across. So if I click here to dial and click on video, this will allow me then to communicate with Richard over video. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Jim, John, how y'all doing?
I'm doing well, Richard. How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Hey, did you have a chance to take a look at the video on the end cap?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. Are you looking for a decision on that?
Yeah, I mean, we need to drive to something. We're about ready to go to fabrication, so if we could get a decision from Cisco, that'd help out.
All right. Okay.
Now, Richard, you're comfortable with both options being viable. Both will work. You just want to know which one do we feel most
Yeah,
comfortable with.
we're really looking to just upgrade in the store. And, actually, I've got something mocked up, John, in the lab. So,
Okay.
it may be worth it just to transfer the video over there, and I can show you.
You know what, Richard? I want to bring in a couple of other experts to help us make this decision. So why don't you head down to the lab and I'll invite you and then we'll have a meeting here.
Okay,
Now,
let's
all of you know where we're headed. One-on-one phone calls. You can't tell in Richard's eyes, is he really comfortable? Does he believe in this? He can't tell how comfortable we are or not. And it tends to be one-on-one, then phone tag, then others. You're now talking about bringing this all together for a quick decision.
That's right, and that's why the video, of course, is very important.
Okay?
Now, I want to be able to find a couple of experts to help us make that decision. So I'm going to use the Cisco Pulse technology in Quad, and I'm going to type in electronic merchandising and click on Go, and this will bring back all of the videos having to do with electronic merchandising, all of the shared documents, the people that have expertise. There's Richard right there, and you'll notice he's outside our company. So we're going to add him into the meeting request here. We might invite David, but we can see from his presence light he's busy there.
So we can literally virtually together with our partners bring resources to help customers make this decision with expertise with tremendous speed.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. And again, through the intercompany media engine,
I like it.
we can bring these people all together. I'm going to click here on schedule meeting, and we'll go ahead and send the meeting request. Now that meeting is being set up. I scheduled it for right now, and down in the notifications bar in Cisco Quad, we can see that that meeting has actually started.
Okay.
So if we want to join the meeting, again, one click, and we can join that meeting.